you're suing your sister?
I'm here for $131 that she owes me for some books she took.
Do you have any kind of paperwork for this?
Yes.
Okay. You're Melissa?
I am.
All right. And Cody, you're 18?
Yes.
All right. What kind of books?
Diet books.
Say again?
Diet books.
Diet books?
Yeah.
Why would you be needing diet books?
I just like to read them, keep me in shape.
Okay. Melissa, did you take your brother's books?
I did. He doesn't have any business with diet books. He has eating disorder. And
Okay.
it comes in anorexia, and now he's bulimic.
Okay. How long has he been dealing with this?
He's told me he was dealing with it probably for about 3 years. He's been in
Okay.
treatment one time in the last couple months that I'm aware of. He was in treatment before.
All right. He lives with you?
He does.
All right. Your sister's saying that you have an eating disorder.
Yep.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
How long that's been going on?
About 3 years since I was 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
What happened at 15 that you ended up having a disorder?
Well, I was in wrestling and I needed to keep a low weight, and I just got more and more fixated with food, and I started cutting it out, and then I got to a real low weight, and they put me in the hospital because my heart almost stopped.
What weight were you?
100 pounds.
100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your previous weight before you started wrestling?
140.
You lost 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, where are your parents in all of this? I know this is your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Where are your parents?
In Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, I got taken away from them.
You got taken away?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them?
I was living with my dad, and I got taken away from him.
All right. Where's your mother?
In Sacramento, too.
Okay. They were divorced, or they never were married?
They were never married. They've never divorced. They've been separated for, 29 years.
Okay. You have the same parents?
We have the same father, different moms.
Oh, okay. So Cody is mother and your father never were married, but you were living with your mother at one time?
Yeah, I was living with my mom and dad for the first 11 years of my life, and then stuff started to get hectic, and my dad moved me over the hill to live with my sister at age 12. And
Now, when you say stuff started getting hectic,
yeah, like my mom started bringing other guys over to the house and drugs and stuff like that.
bad situation.
Yeah.
Okay. And so from there, you went to live with your sister, this
Yep.
sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you knew what was going on at the house?
Well, I wasn't aware of what was going on with his parents. My father had called, said that him and Heather were splitting up and that he needed somewhere to stay with Cody until he got on his feet. And he stayed with me for a little while, and then he had one of those jobs that don't pay and was gone all the time. And so we had a disagreement about it, and he left with my brother, and I didn't see him again until about a year and a half ago.
Well, you've had quite a life.
Hmm.
I think that may have something to do with all of this too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because what I understand
It's
is...
been worse than I'm telling, too.
Well, why don't you tell me, baby?
I don't want
You don't want to tell me?
to. No.
Well, this is really an interesting case because I feel like there's kind of a stigma surrounding eating disorders, and people always assume that it's something that only affects women. But obviously, that's not the case. Men aren't usually scrutinized for their bodies. They're not usually told that they're too skinny or too fat. They're almost encouraged to eat a lot, especially when they're growing teen boys. So it's really interesting that this is something that has plagued this young kid. Now, I don't really know much about wrestling, but the idea of you having to be smaller to wrestle doesn't really make sense to me. You would think you would want to be like bigger, stronger, right? I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. But clearly he was introduced to kind of an obsessive way of thinking. I think that eating disorders, not always, but usually have some way of controlling an aspect of their life. When their life is so out of control, their home life is unstable, an eating disorder is kind of a way to gain some control in your life. And it seems like that's the case for Cody. You can tell he's hurting. He's kind of sheepishly talking about how horrible his home life was was kind of uncomfortably laughing it off when in reality it probably was really, really traumatic. Now I see his sister, who very clearly cares a lot about her brother, so I applaud her for trying to aid in his recovery, but it's clear that this kid needs a lot more than just eating disorder treatment and probably needs a lot of therapy.
You were abused
Like,
during
especially these past 8 months, like I got taken away from my dad and I got put in a group home, and then they started taking privileges away from me at the group home and just all watching me all the time because I had an eating disorder.
But you needed to be watched.
Yeah.
Because I do have some photos of him
Okay, let me
while
see
he was
what
really
you have.
thin.
Okay.
This top one is probably the best one to kind of show how thin he was.
Okay.
I think he was down to like 95 pounds. Well, that was taken last year.
Doesn't hardly look like you.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. I look like I look older and like a completely different person.
He looks cute now. He's got weight.
Well, he's been cute.
Well, he was cute always, but
How
he
do you
looks-
see? When you look in the mirror, who do you see?
I don't see what I like.
You don't see what you like?
Nope.
What do you see, baby, if you don't see what you like?
I see like a heavy person. Like,
You do?
yeah.
Do you love you think?
Oh no, I don't.
No,
No.
You answered that quick.
No.
Who loves you? If you don't love you, who loves you think?
I don't know. My family does.
Your family loves you?
Yeah.
Are you in
and
relation with your mother?
I'm trying to. I'm
Trying
talking
to.
to her on the phone, but I haven't talked to her because I haven't seen her in 6 years. I just started
Okay.
talking to her since I got taken away from my dad because he wasn't there for me anymore. Yeah, I had everything I wanted to. for
What
the
you mean,
first-
baby?
Like I had like a big house, all the video games, stuff like that, and then just from there, it just went to like,
Went downhill.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you want to see about getting some help?
No.
You don't want to get any help?
Oh man, that's heartbreaking. He's essentially been ripped away from every stable thing that could possibly be in his life. And he looks in the mirror and he hates himself. How heartbreaking. And I think, honestly, one of the most heartbreaking things about this is the fact that he doesn't want help. When somebody doesn't want help, there's not really much you can do about it. You can't force someone to get therapy because therapy really only works if you're open and vulnerable and willing to put an effort to change. But he's not. And so it kind of feels like this is just something that's being forced upon him, which I do think he needs it, but it doesn't sound like it would be anything beneficial to him. He kind of needs to get to a point where he is making the decision for himself. So far, everyone has been making decisions for him, getting taken from his dad, the diet books being taken away from him being put into a group home, him being watched closely in the group home. None of this was his decision. So he feels very out of control. He doesn't have control over anything in his life except for his eating disorder.
He's bulimic now.
Yes.
I understand that you would chew food. You started out by chewing food first and then spitting it out, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then you went into anorexia. You got assistance then.
Yeah.
But then what's your bulimia like now?
Well, like, if I can get a chance to eat a lot of food, I will. But then, depending on the situation, I either throw it up if I can, or if I know someone's going to catch me or going to hurt my family, I don't.
Okay. Is that what's happening?
Well, he has been trying to hold the food down and eating different things, but you can go into the bathroom and tell what he's been doing in there because he's not too clean about getting the mess cleaned up. He was arrested for stealing Oreo cookies so he could binge and purge. He got community service for that. He was also arrested about 2 years ago for muscle magazines and stuff to kind of feed his disorder. I've blocked websites from him on the computer, dieting websites and muscle magazines. Or
Now,
the
what does
muscle-
muscle magazines do? What do you mean?
It tells him what proteins and extra things he needs to eat to get his muscle mass back.
And what about the websites? What's that about?
They're dieting websites, and some of them, they do have some websites that do show them how to purge and not get caught as an anorexic or a bulimic. There's all sorts of different websites for that. So we blocked the computer so he wouldn't be able to find that stuff.
You have children?
I do. I have a 14-and-a-half-year-old son and a 9-and-a-half-year-old daughter.
Are you concerned for them being in this app around him?
I am. I keep trying to explain to him. They're worried that Cody's going to die, and that every
So
day that they watch
everybody
him.
in the family knows about this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Have you ever hurt yourself purging to the point where you passed out, or
Oh, I felt like it. I've thrown up blood. Yeah.
what do you just stick your fingers down your throat
Yep.
until you throw up?
Yep.
How does that feel?
Oh, it hurts. I hate doing it, but I don't know why I do it. It's like I hate it so much, I just do it for, I don't know. Like one time my eye busted and my whole eye was red, and I get cold sores right here, and I got bruises on my hand from my teeth. And
From your teeth? What do you mean?
like when I put my hand in my mouth, the top of my teeth.
You
is-
have to put your whole hand in your mouth to throw
Yeah,
up?
because not one finger does it. I have to put my whole
One
hand.
finger won't do it.
No.
See, this is a great example of why it's not just as simple as, well, why don't you just eat something? Why don't you just stop doing that? That's not how disorders work. You know, addiction, mental illness, all of these things are so far out of your wants and needs and desires. When it gets to a point of disordered eating, your brain is like addicted to it. And even though it's a very unpleasant experience, even though you don't want to do the act of it, you have to. It's like an addiction. And that's like the same thing as being addicted to drugs or alcohol. It's not as simple as just not drinking. Your body becomes so dependent on this practice because it's the one thing that gives you any sense of like release, any sense of dopamine hit. It's just a tragic thing, and it's not as simple as just stopping. And I feel like that's a lot of thing that people kind of don't understand about eating disorders, because I think it was, I don't know, Megan Trainor who said, oh, I could never have an eating disorder because I don't have that much self-control. If these people had self-control, they wouldn't be doing it. Clearly, if he had the control to be able to stop him from throwing up all of his food, we wouldn't be here right now.
So what are you feeling like when you're eating a whole bunch of food? Is it euphoric?
When
Euphoric means you feel like, wow, like you're high. I
oh
don't know what else.
yeah.
If let's say you ate a whole lot, how soon afterwards would you have to go and purge
Oh,
in your mind?
Oh, I had to purge right after it, but it takes a while to eat. I eat for like a couple hours.
Couple of hours?
Yeah.
Like
So
what
by
do
that
you
time-
eat? What would be something you would eat in order to do this whole process?
Cereal and cookies and brownies and stuff.
So a bowl of cereal will do it? You gotta eat the whole box of cereal.
I gotta eat the whole box.
You eat the whole box of cereal, a whole pack of cookies.
2 packs.
2 packs of cookies,
Yeah.
all in one sitting.
Yep.
Now, is your mind telling you, what is your mind telling you when that's happening?
I'm so full. I need to get this out of me. I'm gonna get fat.
Okay, you have any friends who do all of this too?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I
Guy
thought I was the
friends?
only one. Guy friends too.
How many of your friends you say would that?
What? Well, 4.
4 of them?
Yep. And they're the only friends I have too.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, you're 18 years old, and on so many levels, sweetheart, a lot of people let you down. Judge doesn't want to do that this time.
Okay, so not only is he doing this, not only is he struggling, he has friends that do it too. So there's really no shame to be had about it. That's why he's honestly talking so open about it in court. He doesn't seem to be ashamed about it because, I mean, his friends do it too. If you have other people in your life who are also struggling with the same thing, it makes you feel less alone about it. And it makes it kind of feel okay. It makes you able to justify it in your mind a little bit more. And it just breaks my heart that there's so many kids in his small circle of friends that are doing this exact thing.
Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
It's very unusual, I mean, for me to see a young man.
It is unusual. Young men generally don't come forward when they struggle with eating disorders. We only think there's about 10% of the eating disorder population is boys, but we actually in the field think it's much more than that. But statistically, it's about 10%.
Now, what are some of the reasons why young men, in particular, because we're dealing with him, deal with eating disorders?
Cody actually is pretty typical when it comes to these things. His eating disorder got triggered by wrestling, and we see that a lot in young boys. When they're involved in a sport that is demanding a certain body type or is demanding a certain weight, that it oftentimes triggers an eating disorder. So I think that's where it started, but that's not the cause. The cause of Cody's eating disorder is the loss of his father. And in our evaluation, he described having a hole in his belly, and that all the food in the world can't fill up that hole because he misses his dad. And from a therapeutic point of view, that's really where his treatment is. When he can heal that ache, that pain, his eating disorder is going to be resolved. Managing what he eats is an element of control, and it creates a psychological sense of safety. It's not real, but in one's mind, they think, okay, if I can control my food, I'm going to be okay.
Doctor, how does one get out of this? When I was first talking with Cody, I said, do you want me to get you some help? He said no. But then when we talked some more, he doesn't want to be institutionalized. Tell me about the trauma about that.
Absolutely. I don't think Cody needs inpatient treatment. His illness at this point, he is bulimic, he has a history of anorexia, but he's pretty healthy. I don't think he needs inpatient treatment. Inpatient treatment would be for somebody who's really physically, medically in distress. He's not, fortunately. He can use outpatient treatment. So you want somebody who specializes in eating disorders, who can really help him cope with that emptiness, that hole in his belly. That's the healing. And then I recommended a really good nutritionist, also somebody who specializes in eating disorders, not just someone who's going to hand him a diet plan. You don't want that. You want someone who understands the emotional connection between food and diet and body issues. And I think with that combination, and the fact that he's 18 years old and motivated to get better, his future looks pretty good.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much, Your
All
Honor.
right,
And
doctor.
good luck to both of you.
Okay, thank you.
You know, I do think it's interesting that the doctor mentioned the fact that there's probably a lot more boys and men struggling with eating disorders, but they just don't talk about it. And that obviously opens up a can of worms about how men are less likely to share their feelings and emotions and their struggles because, as a society, we tell them that they need to be strong, stable, and not share their deep, dark secrets. So, on the one hand, it's really tragic to know that this is something that men are dealing with in silence. But on the other hand, I'm actually happy that Cody's so open about it. I mean, being open about your struggles puts you one step closer to being able to work towards healing. I do have faith that he can become better, but he obviously has a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt from his family, and it seems like he has a good resource in his sister that I think he should probably be more open to. But honestly, I feel like this is an important case for a lot of people to witness, just to gain a little bit more understanding and empathy for young boys. How our comments about people's bodies and what they should and shouldn't look like do impact us a lot.
Cody, come here. I want you to come closer to me before I let you go. Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up? Because you're 18, but what were your dreams?
My dream was, believe it or not, to become a chef.
Oh, not a chef.
Yeah.
Really?
That's not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Why you don't think it's a good idea?
Because
You're around food too much.
Yeah.
So you got to pick something else out.
Yeah.
What else you think you might want to do?
Counseling.
You want to be a counselor?
Yeah.
I think you could be the most fabulous counselor in the whole wide world for this.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be something if, let's say years from now, I have another case like this, and then I call Cody from the back,
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
and I say, wouldn't that be great? See, I'm a dream person.
Yeah.
I'm a big dream person, you can see.
Yeah.
Because I had to dream my way out of all my struggles. Judge had to dream her way out. You can do it. I'm holding your hands because I keep thinking and I'm seeing all these marks and your teeth marks and how you don't want that to happen. Every time you get ready to do that, think about my hands on your hands. Oh, son, you can do this. You hear me? I'm pulling for you. I'm pulling for you, baby. So we got a deal.
All right, yeah.
We got a deal. You're going to go to school,
Yep.
be a counselor for this kind of stuff, right? And we'll put you in touch with the therapist because you'll need a mentor, therapist plus the mentors. And then that would be incredible for you to come back years from now.
Yeah, that'd be something.
It really would.
Yeah, I'm pulling
All right.
I'm pulling for that.
You pulling for that?
Yeah.
Well, Judge is pulling for that too.
All right, cool.
All right, go on back. Well, guess what? I think your sister did a good thing when she took your books. What do you think?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I've made arrangements for you to go to a doctor who is in your area, and he specializes in anorexia and bulimia for males and for females, but also for those who are athletes, which is what you were.
Yeah.
I'm getting this right?
Yeah.
He's going to help you. He's going to do an evaluation. I'm going to send you to the sessions. You've got to want it because we've got a deal.
Okay.
All right? Well, because I believe that it was an act of love, I'm going to find in favor of the defendant. So you will not be recovering for the cost of those books. Case is adjourned.
I feel that I'm glad that my therapist is going to be a man, and I think that's going to help me more.
I think the verdict was great because my brother's going to get help, and I hope the best comes out of it.
I'm very committed to getting the help that the judge recommended.
Upon leaving family court, Cody began counseling for his eating disorder with Dr. Daniel F. Gunnarsson. Cody says he realizes he has a long road ahead of him, but is thankful for Dr. Gunnarsson's help overcoming his eating disorders.
I think it was pretty cool to see how Cody's attitude changed throughout the case. He went from being pretty closed off, very reluctant to help, to kind of softening and opening up, and eventually being, happy that he's getting help, which I think is incredible. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. Do you have an experience overcoming something like an eating disorder? What do you think about the fact that men are struggling in silence? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.